صلي صلاتي واذكر ربي واتلو القرآن واتلو القرآن.
يا طيبة يا طيبة يا داوى العيان، اشتقنا لك والهوى نادانا والهوى نادانا.
بشراكي المدينة بشراكي بقدوم الهادي يا بشراكي، فهل لي مأوى في حماك أتمنى، فالنور سبانا سبانا نوركم سبانا.
يا طيبة يا طيبة يا داوى العيان، اشتقنا لك والهوى نادانا والهوى نادانا.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سيقول السفهاء من الناس ما ولاهم عن قبلتهم التي كانوا عليها، قل لله المشرق والمغرب يهدي من يشاء إلى صراط مستقيم. وكذلك جعلناكم أمة وسطا لتكونوا شهداء على الناس ويكون الرسول عليكم شهيدا. وما جعلنا القبلة التي كنت عليها إلا لنعلم من يتبع الرسول ممن ينقلب على عقبيه، وإن كانت لكبيرة إلا على الذين هدى الله، وما كان الله ليضيع إيمانكم، إن الله بالناس لرءوف رحيم. قد نرى تقلب وجهك في السماء، فلنولينك قبلة ترضاها، فول وجهك شطر المسجد الحرام. وحيث ما كنتم فولوا وجوهكم شطره وإن الذين أوتوا الكتاب ليعلمون أنه الحق من ربهم وما الله بغافل عما يعملون ولئن أتيت الذين أوتوا الكتاب بكل آية ما تبعوا قبلتك وما أنت بتابع قبلتهم وما بعضهم بتابع قبلة بعض ولئن اتبعت أهواءهم من بعد ما جاءك من العلم إنك إذا لمن الظالمين الذين آتيناهم الكتاب يعرفونه كما يعرفون أبناءهم وإن فريقا منهم ليكتمون الحق وهم يعلمون الحق من ربك فلا تكونن من الممترين ولكل وجهة هو موليها فاستبقوا الخيرات أينما تكونوا يأت بكم الله جميعا إن الله على كل شيء قدير ومن حيث خرجت فول وجهك شطر المسجد الحرام وإنه للحق من ربك وما الله بغافل عما تعملون ومن حيث خرجت فول وجهك شطر المسجد الحرام وحيث ما كنتم فولوا وجوهكم شطره لئلا يكون للناس عليكم حجة إلا الذين ظلموا منهم لئلا يكون للناس عليكم حجة إلا الذين ظلموا منهم فلا تخشوهم واخشوني ولأتم نعمتي عليكم ولعلكم تهتدون كما أرسلنا فيكم رسولا منكم يتلو عليكم آياتنا ويزكيكم ويعلمكم الكتاب والحكمة يتلو عليكم آياتنا ويزكيكم ويعلمكم الكتاب والحكمة ويعلمكم ما لم تكونوا تعلمون فاذكروني أذكركم واشكروا لي ولا تكفرون يا أيها الذين آمنوا استعينوا بالصبر والصلاة إن الله مع الصابرين ولا تقولوا لمن يقتل في سبيل الله أموات بل أحياء ولكن لا تشعرون ولنبلونكم بشيء من الخوف والجوع ونقص من الأموال والأنفس والثمرات وبشر الصابرين الذين إذا أصابتهم مصيبة قالوا إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون أولئك عليهم صلوات من ربهم ورحمة وأولئك هم المهتدون إن الصفا والمروة من شعائر الله فمن حج البيت أو اعتمر فلا جناح عليه أن يطوف بهما ومن تطوع خيرا فإن الله شاكر عليم إن الذين يكتمون ما أنزلنا من البينات والهدى من بعد ما بيناه للناس في الكتاب أولئك يلعنهم الله ويلعنهم اللاعنون إلا الذين تابوا وأصلحوا وبينوا فأولئك أتوب عليهم وأنا التواب الرحيم إن الذين كفروا وماتوا وهم كفار أولئك عليهم لعنة الله والملائكة والناس أجمعين خالدين فيها لا يخفف عنهم العذاب ولا هم ينظرون وإلهكم إله واحد لا إله إلا هو الرحمن الرحيم إن في خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف الليل والنهار والفلك التي تجري في البحر بما ينفع الناس وما أنزل الله من السماء من ماء فأحيا به الأرض بعد موتها وبث فيها من كل دابة وتصريف الرياح والسحاب المسخر بين السماء والأرض لآيات لقوم يعقلون ومن الناس من يتخذ من دون الله أندادا يحبونهم كحب الله والذين آمنوا أشد حبا لله ولو يرى الذين ظلموا إذ يرون العذاب أن القوة لله جميعا وأن الله شديد العذاب إذ تبرأ الذين اتبعوا من الذين اتبعوا ورأوا العذاب وتقطعت بهم الأسباب وقال الذين اتبعوا لو أن لنا كرة فنتبرأ منهم كما تبرأوا منا كذلك يريهم الله أعمالهم حسرات عليهم وما هم بخارجين من النار يا أيها الناس كلوا مما في الأرض حلالا طيبا ولا تتبعوا خطوات الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين إنما يأمركم بالسوء والفحشاء وأن تقولوا على الله ما لا تعلمون وإذا قيل لهم اتبعوا ما أنزل الله قالوا بل نتبع ما ألفينا عليه آباءنا أولو كان آباؤهم لا يعقلون شيئا ولا يهتدون ومثل الذين كفروا كمثل الذي ينعق بما لا يسمع إلا دعاء ونداء صم بكم عمي فهم لا يعقلون يا أيها الذين آمنوا كلوا من طيبات ما رزقناكم واشكروا لله إن كنتم إياه تعبدون إنما حرم عليكم الميتة والدم ولحم الخنزير وما أهل به لغير الله فمن اضطر غير باغ ولا عاد فلا إثم عليه إن الله غفور رحيم إن الذين يكتمون ما أنزل الله من الكتاب ويشترون به ثمنا قليلا أولئك ما يأكلون في بطونهم إلا النار أولئك ما يأكلون في بطونهم إلا النار ولا يكلمهم الله يوم القيامة ولا يزكيهم ولهم عذاب أليم أولئك الذين اشتروا الضلالة بالهدى والعذاب بالمغفرة فما أصبرهم على النار ذلك بأن الله نزل الكتاب بالحق وإن الذين اختلفوا في الكتاب لفي شقاق بعيد ليس البر أن تولوا وجوهكم قبل المشرق والمغرب ولكن البر من آمن بالله واليوم الآخر والملائكة والكتاب والنبيين وآتى المال على حبه ذوي القربى واليتامى والمساكين وابن السبيل والسائلين وفي الرقاب وأقام الصلاة وآتى الزكاة والموفون بعهدهم إذا عاهدوا والصابرين في البأساء والضراء وحين البأس أولئك الذين صدقوا وأولئك هم المتقون يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم القصاص في القتلى الحر بالحر والعبد بالعبد والأنثى بالأنثى فمن عفي له من أخيه شيء فاتباع بالمعروف وأداء إليه بإحسان ذلك تخفيف من ربكم ورحمة فمن اعتدى بعد ذلك فله عذاب أليم ولكم في القصاص حياة يا أولي الألباب لعلكم تتقون كتب عليكم إذا حضر أحدكم الموت إن ترك خيرا الوصية للوالدين والأقربين بالمعروف حقا على المتقين فمن بدله بعدما سمعه فإنما إثمه على الذين يبدلونه إن الله سميع عليم فمن خاف من موصٍ جنفا أو إثما فأصلح بينهم فلا إثم عليه إن الله غفور رحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون أياما معدودات فمن كان منكم مريضا أو على سفر فعدة من أيام أخر، وعلى الذين يطيقونه فدية طعام مسكين، فمن تطوع خيرا فهو خير له، وأن تصوموا خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان، فمن شهد منكم الشهر فليصمه، ومن كان مريضا أو على سفر فعدة من أيام أخر، يريد الله بكم اليسر ولا يريد بكم العسر، ولتكملوا العدة ولتكبروا الله على ما هداكم ولعلكم تشكرون. وإذا سألك عبادي عني فإني قريب أجيب دعوة الداع إذا دعان، فليستجيبوا لي وليؤمنوا بي لعلهم يرشدون. أحل لكم ليلة الصيام الرفث إلى نسائكم هن لباس لكم وأنتم لباس لهن، علم الله أنكم كنتم تختانون أنفسكم فتاب عليكم وعفى عنكم، فالآن باشروهن وابتغوا ما كتب الله لكم، وكلوا واشربوا حتى يتبين لكم الخيط الأبيض من الخيط الأسود من الفجر، ثم أتموا الصيام إلى الليل، ولا تباشروهن وأنتم عاكفون في المساجد، تلك حدود الله فلا تقربوها، كذلك يبين الله آياته للناس لعلهم يتقون. ولا تأكلوا أموالكم بينكم بالباطل وتدلوا بها إلى الحكام لتأكلوا فريقا من أموال الناس بالإثم وأنتم تعلمون. يسألونك عن الأهلة قل هي مواقيت للناس والحج، وليس البر بأن تأتوا البيوت من ظهورها ولكن البر من اتقى، وأتوا البيوت من أبوابها واتقوا الله لعلكم تفلحون. وقاتلوا في سبيل الله الذين يقاتلونكم ولا تعتدوا إن الله لا يحب المعتدين. واقتلوهم حيث ثقفتموهم وأخرجوهم من حيث أخرجوكم والفتنة أشد من القتل ولا تقاتلوهم عند المسجد الحرام حتى يقاتلوكم فيه فإن قاتلوكم فاقتلوهم كذلك جزاء الكافرين فإن انتهوا فإن الله غفور رحيم وقاتلوهم حتى لا تكون فتنة ويكون الدين لله فإن انتهوا فلا عدوان إلا على الظالمين الشهر الحرام بالشهر الحرام والحرمات قصاص فمن اعتدى عليكم فاعتدوا عليه بمثل ما اعتدى عليكم واتقوا الله واعلموا أن الله مع المتقين وأنفقوا في سبيل الله ولا تلقوا بأيديكم إلى التهلكة وأحسنوا إن الله يحب المحسنين وأتموا الحج والعمرة لله فإن أحصرتم فما استيسر من الهدي ولا تحلقوا رؤوسكم حتى يبلغ الهدي محله فمن كان منكم مريضا أو به أذى من رأسه ففدية من صيام أو صدقة أو نسك فإذا أمنتم فمن تمتع بالعمرة إلى الحج فما استيسر من الهدي فمن لم يجد فصيام 3 أيام في الحج و7 إذا رجعتم تلك 10 كاملة ذلك لمن لم يكن أهله حاضر المسجد الحرام واتقوا الله واعلموا أن الله شديد العقاب الحج أشهر معلومات فمن فرض فيهن الحج فلا رفث ولا فسوق ولا جدال في الحج وما تفعلوا من خير يعلمه الله وتزودوا فإن خير الزاد التقوى واتقون يا أولي الألباب ليس عليكم جناح أن تبتغوا فضلا من ربكم فإذا أفضتم من عرفات فاذكروا الله عند المشعر الحرام واذكروه كما هداكم وإن كنتم من قبله لمن الضالين ثم أفيضوا من حيث أفاض الناس واستغفروا الله إن الله غفور رحيم. فإذا قضيتم مناسككم فاذكروا الله كذكركم آباءكم أو أشد ذكرا. فمن الناس من يقول ربنا آتنا في الدنيا وما له في الآخرة من خلاق. ومنهم من يقول ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. أولئك لهم نصيب مما كسبوا والله سريع الحساب. واذكروا الله في أيام معدودات فمن تعجل في يومين فلا إثم عليه ومن تأخر فلا إثم عليه لمن اتقى واتقوا الله واعلموا أنكم إليه تحشرون. ومن الناس من يعجبك قوله في الحياة الدنيا ويشهد الله على ما في قلبه وهو ألد الخصام. وإذا تولى سعى في الأرض ليفسد فيها ويهلك الحرث والنسل والله لا يحب الفساد. وإذا قيل له اتق الله أخذته العزة بالإثم فحسبه جهنم ولبئس المهاد. ومن الناس من يشري نفسه ابتغاء مرضات الله والله رؤوف بالعباد. يا أيها الذين آمنوا ادخلوا في السلم كافة ولا تتبعوا خطوات الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين. فإن زللتم من بعد ما جاءتكم البينات فاعلموا أن الله عزيز حكيم. هل ينظرون إلا أن يأتيهم الله في ظلل من الغمام والملائكة وقضي الأمر وإلى الله ترجع الأمور. سل بني إسرائيل كم آتيناهم من آية بينة ومن يبدل نعمة الله من بعد ما جاءته فإن الله شديد العقاب. زين للذين كفروا الحياة الدنيا ويسخرون من الذين آمنوا والذين اتقوا فوقهم يوم القيامة والله يرزق من يشاء بغير حساب. كان الناس أمة واحدة فبعث الله النبيين مبشرين ومنذرين وأنزل معهم الكتاب بالحق ليحكم بين الناس فيما اختلفوا فيه وما اختلف فيه إلا الذين أوتوه من بعد ما جاءتهم البينات بغيا بينهم فهدى الله الذين آمنوا لما اختلفوا فيه من الحق بإذنه والله يهدي من يشاء إلى صراط مستقيم. أم حسبتم أن تدخلوا الجنة ولما يأتكم مثل الذين خلوا من قبلكم مستهم البأساء والضراء وزلزلوا حتى يقول الرسول والذين آمنوا معه متى نصر الله ألا إن نصر الله قريب. يسألونك ماذا ينفقون قل ما أنفقتم من خير فللوالدين والأقربين واليتامى والمساكين وابن السبيل وما تفعلوا من خير فإن الله به عليم. كتب عليكم القتال وهو كره لكم وعسى أن تكرهوا شيئا وهو خير لكم وعسى أن تحبوا شيئا وهو شر لكم والله يعلم وأنتم لا تعلمون. يسألونك عن الشهر الحرام قتال فيه قل قتال فيه كبير وصد عن سبيل الله وكفر به والمسجد الحرام وإخراج أهله منه أكبر عند الله والفتنة أكبر من القتل ولا يزالون يقاتلونكم حتى يردوكم عن دينكم إن استطاعوا ومن يرتدد منكم عن دينه فيمت وهو كافر فأولئك أولئك حبطت أعمالهم في الدنيا والآخرة وأولئك أصحاب النار هم فيها خالدون إن الذين آمنوا والذين هاجروا وجاهدوا في سبيل الله أولئك يرجون رحمة الله والله غفور رحيم يسألونك عن الخمر والميسر قل فيهما إثم كبير ومنافع للناس وإثمهما أكبر من نفعهما ويسألونك ماذا ينفقون قل العفو كذلك يبين الله لكم الآيات لعلكم تتفكرون في الدنيا والآخرة ويسألونك عن اليتامى قل إصلاح لهم خير وإن تخالطوهم فإخوانكم والله يعلم المفسد من المصلح ولو شاء الله لأعنتكم إن الله عزيز حكيم ولا تنكحوا المشركات حتى يؤمنن ولأمة مؤمنة خير من مشركة ولو أعجبتكم ولا تنكحوا المشركين حتى يؤمنوا ولعبد مؤمن خير من مشرك ولو أعجبكم أولئك يدعون إلى النار والله يدعو إلى الجنة والمغفرة بإذنه ويبين آياته للناس لعلهم يتذكرون ويسألونك عن المحيض قل هو أذى فاعتزلوا النساء في المحيض ولا تقربوهن حتى يطهرن فإذا تطهرن فأتوهن من حيث أمركم الله إن الله يحب التوابين ويحب المتطهرين نساؤكم حرث لكم فأتوا حرثكم أنى شئتم وقدموا لأنفسكم واتقوا الله واعلموا أنكم ملاقوه وبشر المؤمنين ولا تجعلوا الله عرضة لأيمانكم أن تبروا وتتقوا وتصلحوا بين الناس والله سميع عليم لا يؤاخذكم الله باللغو في أيمانكم ولكن يؤاخذكم بما كسبت قلوبكم والله غفور حليم للذين يؤلون من نسائهم تربص 4 أشهر فإن فاءوا فإن الله غفور رحيم وإن عزموا الطلاق فإن الله سميع عليم والمطلقات يتربصن بأنفسهن 3 قروء ولا يحل لهن أن يكتمن ما خلق الله في أرحامهن إن كن يؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر وبعولتهن أحق بردهن في ذلك إن أرادوا إصلاحا ولهن مثل الذي عليهن بالمعروف وللرجال عليهن درجة والله عزيز حكيم الطلاق 2 فإمساك بمعروف أو تسريح بإحسان ولا يحل لكم أن تأخذوا مما آتيتموهن شيئا إلا أن يخافا ألا يقيما حدود الله فإن خفتم ألا يقيما حدود الله فلا جناح عليهما فيما افتدت به تلك حدود الله فلا تعتدوها ومن يتعد حدود الله فأولئك هم الظالمون فإن طلقها فلا تحل له من بعد حتى تنكح زوجا غيره فإن طلقها فلا جناح عليهما أن يتراجعا إن ظنا أن يقيما حدود الله وتلك حدود الله يبينها لقوم يعلمون وإذا طلقتم النساء فبلغن أجلهن فأمسكوهن بمعروف أو سرحوهن بمعروف ولا تمسكوهن ضرارا لتعتدوا ومن يفعل ذلك فقد ظلم نفسه ولا تتخذوا آيات الله هزوا واذكروا نعمة الله عليكم وما أنزل عليكم من الكتاب والحكمة يعظكم به واتقوا الله واعلموا أن الله بكل شيء عليم وإذا طلقتم النساء فبلغن أجلهن فلا تعضلوهن أن ينكحن أزواجهن إذا تراضوا بينهم بالمعروف ذلك يوعظ به من كان منكم يؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر ذلكم أزكى لكم وأطهر والله يعلم وأنتم لا تعلمون والوالدات يرضعن أولادهن حولين كاملين لمن أراد أن يتم الرضاعة وعلى المولود له رزقهن وكسوتهن بالمعروف لا تكلف نفس إلا وسعها لا تضار والدة بولدها ولا مولود له بولده وعلى الوارث مثل ذلك فإن أرادا فصالا عن تراض منهما وتشاور فلا جناح عليهما وإن أردتم أن تسترضعوا أولادكم فلا جناح عليكم إذا سلمتم ما آتيتم بالمعروف واتقوا الله واعلموا أن الله بما تعملون بصير والذين يتوفون منكم ويذرون أزواجا يتربصن بأنفسهن 4 أشهر وعشرا فإذا بلغن أجلهن فلا جناح عليكم فيما فعلن في أنفسهن بالمعروف والله بما تعملون خبير ولا جناح عليكم فيما عرضتم به من خطبة النساء أو أكننتم في أنفسكم علم الله أنكم ستذكرونهن ولكن لا تواعدوهن سرا إلا أن تقولوا قولا معروفا ولا تعزموا عقدة النكاح حتى يبلغ الكتاب أجله واعلموا أن الله يعلم ما في أنفسكم فاحذروه واعلموا أن الله غفور حليم لا جناح عليكم إن طلقتم النساء ما لم تمسوهن أو تفرضوا لهن فريضة ومتعوهن على الموسع قدره وعلى المقتر قدره متاعا بالمعروف حقا على المحسنين. وإن طلقتموهن من قبل أن تمسوهن وقد فرضتم لهن فريضة فنصف ما فرضتم إلا أن يعفون أو يعفو الذي بيده عقدة النكاح وأن تعفوا أقرب للتقوى ولا تنسوا الفضل بينكم إن الله بما تعملون بصير. حافظوا على الصلوات والصلاة الوسطى وقوموا لله قانتين. فإن خفتم فرجالا أو ركبانا فإذا أمنتم فاذكروا الله كما علمكم ما لم تكونوا تعلمون. والذين يتوفون منكم ويذرون أزواجا وصية لأزواجهم متاعا إلى الحول غير إخراج فإن خرجن فلا جناح عليكم فيما فعلن في أنفسهن من معروف والله عزيز حكيم. وللمطلقات متاع بالمعروف حقا على المتقين. كذلك يبين الله لكم آياته لعلكم تعقلون. ألم تر إلى الذين خرجوا من ديارهم وهم ألوف حذر الموت فقال لهم الله موتوا ثم أحياهم إن الله لذو فضل على الناس ولكن أكثر الناس لا يشكرون. وقاتلوا في سبيل الله واعلموا أن الله سميع عليم. من ذا الذي يقرض الله قرضا حسنا فيضاعفه له أضعافا كثيرة والله يقبض ويبسط وإليه ترجعون. ألم تر إلى الملأ من بني إسرائيل من بعد موسى إذ قالوا لنبي له ابعث لنا ملكا نقاتل في سبيل الله قال هل عسيتم إن كتب عليكم القتال ألا تقاتلوا قالوا وما لنا ألا نقاتل في سبيل الله وقد أخرجنا من ديارنا وأبنائنا فلما كتب عليهم القتال تولوا إلا قليلا منهم والله عليم بالظالمين. وقال لهم نبيهم إن الله قد بعث لكم طالوت ملكا. قالوا أنى يكون له الملك علينا ونحن أحق بالملك منه ولم يؤت سعة من المال. قال إن الله اصطفاه عليكم وزاده بسطة في العلم والجسم والله يؤتي ملكه من يشاء والله واسع عليم. وقال لهم نبيهم إن آية ملكه أن يأتيكم التابوت فيه سكينة من ربكم وبقية مما ترك آل موسى وآل هارون تحمله الملائكة إن في ذلك لآية لكم إن كنتم مؤمنين. فلما فصل طالوت بالجنود قال إن الله مبتليكم بنهر فمن شرب منه فليس مني ومن لم يطعمه فإنه مني إلا من اغترف غرفة بيده فشربوا منه إلا قليلا منهم. فلما جاوزه هو والذين آمنوا معه قالوا لا طاقة لنا اليوم بجالوت وجنوده. قال الذين يظنون أنهم ملاقو الله كم من فئة قليلة غلبت فئة كثيرة بإذن الله والله مع الصابرين. ولما برزوا لجالوت وجنوده قالوا ربنا أفرغ علينا صبرا وثبت أقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. فهزموهم بإذن الله وقتل داود جالوت وآتاه الله الملك والحكمة وعلمه مما يشاء ولولا دفع الله الناس الناس بعضهم ببعض لفسدت الأرض ولكن الله ذو فضل على العالمين تلك آيات الله نتلوها عليك بالحق وإنك لمن المرسلين.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن أمير المؤمنين علي ولي الله. أشهد أن أمير المؤمنين علي حجة الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح. حي على بخير الأعوام. حي على بخير الأعوام. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
بسم الله اللهم لك سخنا وعلى رزقك أفطرنا فتقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. يا علي يا عظيم يا غفور يا رحيم، أنت الرب العظيم الذي ليس كمثله شيء وهو السميع البصير. وهذا شهر عظمته وكرمته وشرفته وفضلته على الشهور، وهو الشهر الذي فرضت صيامه علي، وهو شهر رمضان الذي أنزلت فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان. وجعلت فيه ليلة القدر وجعلتها خيرا من 1000 شهر، فيا ذا المن ولا يمن عليك، من علي بفكاك رقبتي من النار في من تمن عليه، وأدخلني الجنة برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. وصلى الله على خير خلقه محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم قربني فيه إلى مرضاتك، وجنبني فيه من سخطك ونقماتك، ووفقني فيه لقراءة آياتك برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace and blessings be upon you, brothers and sisters. Today is the second day of the month of Ramadan. Continuing our series of reading the dua, the daily du'as of the month of Ramadan together. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. The dua on the second day of the month of Ramadan is Allahumma qarribni fihi limardatik. O Allah, on this day, take me closer towards your pleasure, towards your satisfaction. وَجَنِّبْنِي فِيهِ مِنْ سَخَطِكَ وَنَقَمَاتِكَ, and keep me away from your anger and punishments. وَوَفِّقْنِي فِيهِ لِقَرَاءَةِ آيَاتِكَ, and grant me the opportunity to recite your verses of the Holy Quran. بِرَحْمَتِكَ يَا أَرْحَمَ الرَّاحِمِينَ, by your mercy, O the most merciful. One of the most prominent concerns of a believer is to constantly seek satisfaction of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Eternal blessings are prepared for the believers in heaven. Yet the highest of these blessings is the satisfaction of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The highest ni'mah is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pleased with us. According to verse 72 of Surah Tawbah, it says, وَعَدَ اللَّهُ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ وَالْمُؤْمِنَاتِ جَنَّاتٍ تَجْرِي مِنْ تَحْتِهَا الْأَنْهَارُ خَالِدِينَ فِيهَا وَمَسَاكِنَ طَيِّبَةً فِي جَنَّاتِ عَدْنٍ وَرِضْوَانٌ مِنَ اللَّهِ أَكْبَرُ ذَلِكَ هُوَ الْفَوْضُ الْعَظِيمُ. God has promised the believers gardens wherein streams flow and wherein they will live forever in the excellent mansions of the gardens of Eden. What is more important than all this for them is that God is pleased with them. Such is the supreme triumph. That is the most important concern of the mu'min, to seek satisfaction of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Indeed, it is the most important prosperity for every lover to see that the beloved one is satisfied and pleased with them. And so is the believer. In order to obtain that satisfaction, one must be a mu'min to begin with. In order to obtain and gain satisfaction of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, first and foremost, you have to be a mu'min, or we have to be a mu'min. What are the conditions of iman, or demonstrating belief in practice? Some of the Quranic signs and attributions, some of the qualities mentioned for a mu'min in the Holy Quran are as follow. Humbleness in salat, being submissive to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in their prayers. They avoid impious conversations. If there's a place that there's ghibah going on, backbiting going on, they leave it. They show, they display, they demonstrate against laghv, against what is harmful, considered to be harmful talks and conversations, what are considered to be impious conversations. They have control over their tongues. They just don't let their tongues say whatever they want. Fulfilling their covenant. If they make a promise, they'll act upon it. They'll be loyal to their promise. If they say, I do this tomorrow for you, you're so sure that because they are mu'min, they're going to be loyal to what they have said. Their words are strong and firm. They won't change. They are careful about their daily prayers and salats. When it's the time of salat, all they want to do is to pray. While they're praying, they're having full attention to the meaning of what they're saying and to the essence of the salat, etc. And they protect what is entrusted to them. They perform ada al-amana, whether it's words, secrets, valuables, whatever you give them, whatever you entrust them with, they're going to protect it, they're going to preserve it, and they're going to safeguard it. It says in the Holy Quran, the verse 72 of Surah Al-Ahzab, إِنَّا أَرَدْنَا الْأَمَانَةَ عَلَى السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَالْجِبَالِ فَأَبَيْنَ أَنْ يَحْمِلْنَهَا وَأَشْفَقْنَ مِنْهَا وَحَمَلَهَا الْإِنسَانِ إِنَّهُ كَانَ ظَلُومًا جَهُولًا. We offered our trust, our deputation to the heavens, to the earth, and to the mountains. But they could not bear this burden and were afraid to accept it. Mankind, or humans, were able to accept this offer, but he was unjust to himself and ignorant of the significance of this trust. According to this verse, all of the other creatures refused to accept the amana entrusted, except insan. This amana that we need to protect and safeguard includes aql, wisdom. It's something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala entrusted us with. We have to safeguard it. If Islam says drinking alcohol is not permissible, it's because it's damaging our aql and wisdom. And wisdom itself is holy. It has qidasa in Islam. Hurriya, freedom, Hurriya from freedom from committing sins, freedom from being oppressed, authority, ikhtiyar. These are some of the things Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has entrusted us with. Allahumma qarribni fihi ila mardatik. Oh Allah, on this day, get me closer to achieve and gain your satisfaction. How to get there? This is the question. How to achieve the satisfaction of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? One of the recommendations of the Ma'asumeen is this: look within yourself and see how you are satisfied with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There's a beautiful hadith, it says, Ana inda dhanni abdi. I'm next to the opinion of my servant to me. If he has positive opinion about me, positive things will happen to them. If they have negative opinion about me, negative things will happen to them. This is very important, to have positive opinion about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that, to be able to have positive opinion about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is one of the signs that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is satisfied with us. Most of the times, we see these two groups very frequently in our lives. Some of the people, they just have negative opinion about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Anything happens to them, they keep complaining to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The other group, usually the group of the true believers, they always thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They always appreciate what they have. They are always grateful for what they have. They always thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in difficulties, distress, tribulations. These days we are all battling with coronavirus, COVID-19. We're in quarantine at home. We're in lockdowns everywhere in the world. We can thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for being healthy, for alhamdulillah being safe. Or we can keep complaining, oh Allah, I lost my job. Oh Allah, I'm tired of staying at home. Whatever that is. Some of the ahadith are saying some of the examples of the signs of satisfaction of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and dissatisfaction of Him. Imam Baqir alayhi salam, he says, the satisfaction of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is light within obedience from Imam after knowing Him. In another hadith from Amir al-Mu'mineen, he says, the sign of the satisfaction of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from His servant is the satisfaction of servant to whatever his destiny is. Whatever that happens to him, he is grateful. Another one from the Prophet of Islam sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he says, the satisfaction of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is light within the satisfaction of parents. So when you say Allahumma waffiqni fihi, Allahumma qarribni fihi ila mardatik, what you mean is all of this. And the last two parts, وَجَنِّبْنِي فِيهِ مِنْ سَخَطِكَ وَنَقْمَاتِكَ, keep me away from your anger and punishment. Oh Allah, help me so I never get close to doing something that dissatisfies you, that discontents you. Especially in this month of Ramadan. If yesterday when we said, oh Allah, place me among those who are truly fasting, who are sincerely fasting, and today, keep me away from your anger and punishment. Brothers and sisters, Ramadan is a lifestyle. We are practicing it for 1 month so that we can practice this lifestyle for the entire year. Last portion of this dua, وَوَفِّقْنِي فِيهِ لِقَرَاءَةِ آيَاتِكَ بِرَحْمَتِكَ يَا أَرْحَمَ الرَّاحِمِينَ. Grant me the opportunity to recite your verses of the Quran by your mercy, O the most merciful. Imam Baqir alayhi salam says, لِكُلِّ شَيْءٍ رَبِيءٌ وَرَبِيءُ الْقُرْآنِ شَهْرُ رَمَضَانِ. We are in this month. We are in the spring of Quran. For everything there is a spring, and for Quran, Ramadan is the spring of it. Let's try to act on the Quranic orders and see the results of it in our lives. If Quran says do not backbite, don't backbite, and see the results of it. See the reflections of your actions in your life. If Quran says don't do this or do this, taking the Quranic order and seeing the reflection of it. This is the time for us to reconcile with the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Thank you so much, and keep us in your du'as. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
امشب با زبان علی مرتضی با خدا مناجات کنیم که تو مسجد کوفه می نشست، ناله می زدش میریم، این جملات و زمزمه می کرد. اللهم إني أسألك الأمان يوم لا ينفع مال ولا بنون إلا من أتى الله بقلب سليم. وأسألك الأمان يوم يعض الظالم على يديه يقول يا ليتني اتخذت مع الرسول سبيلا. وأسألك الأمان يوم يعرف المجرمون بسيماهم فيؤخذ بالنواسي والأقدام. وأسألك الأمان يوم لا يجزي والد عن ولده ولا مولود وجاز عن والده شيئا. إن بعد الله حق. وأسألك الأمان يوم لا ينفع الظالمين معذرتهم ولهم اللعنة ولهم سوء الدار. وأسألك الأمان يوم لا تملك نفس لنفس شيئا والأمر يومئذ لله. وأسألك الأمان يوم يفر المرء من أخيه وأمه وأبيه وصاحبته وبنيه لكل امرئ منهم يومئذ شأن يغنيه. وأسألك الأمان يوم يود المجرم لو يفتدي من عذاب يومئذ ببنيه وصاحبته وأخيه وفسيلته التي تميت ومن في الأرض جميعا ثم ينجي كلا نرگز نجات پیدا نخواهد کرد انها لظى نزاعة للشوى مولاي يا مولاي مولاي يا مولاي أنت المولى وأنا العبد وهل يرحم العبد إلا المولى مولاي يا مولاي أنت المالك وأنا المملوك وهل يرحم المملوك إلا المالك مولاي يا مولاي أنت العزيز وأنا الذليل وهل يرحم الذليل إلا العزيز مولاي يا مولاي مولاي يا مولاي أنت الخالق وأنا المخلوق وهل يرحم المخلوق إلا الخالق مولاي يا مولاي أنت العظيم وأنا الهجير وهل يرحم الهجير إلا العظيم وهل يرحم الهجير إلا العظيم مولاي يا مولاي أنت القوي وأنا الضعيف وهل يرحم الضعيف إلا القوي مولاي يا مولاي أنت الغني وأنا الفقير وهل يرحم الفقير إلا الغني مولاي يا مولاي أنت المعطي وأنا السائل ستكون الدين ما بقداية مولا جانب وحال أنت الحي وأنا الميت وهل يرحم الميت إلا الحي مولاي يا مولاي أنت الباقي وأنا الفاني وهل يرحم الفاني إلا الباقي مولاي يا مولاي أنت الدائم وأنا الزائر وهل يرحم الزائر إلا الدائم مولاي يا مولاي مولاي يا أنت الرازق وأنا المرزوق وهل يرحم المرزوق إلا الرازق مولاي يا مولاي أنت الجواد وأنا البخيل وهل يرحم البخيل إلا الجواد مولاي أنت المعافي وأنا المبتلى وهل يرحم المبتلى إلا المعافي مولاي يا مولاي أنت الكبير وأنا الصغير وهل يرحم الصغير إلا الكبير مولاي يا مولاي أنت الهادي وأنا الضال وهل يرحم الضال إلا مولاي يا مولاي مولاي يا مولاي أنت الرحمن وأنا المرحوم وهل يرحم المرحوم إلا الرحمن مولاي يا مولاي أنت السلطان وأنا الممتحن وهل يرحم الممتحن إلا السلطان مولاي يا مولاي أنت الدليل وأنا المتيب وهل يرهم المتهجر إلا الدليل مولاي يا مولاي أنت الغفور وأنا المذنب وهل يرهم المذنب إلا الغفور مولاي يا مولاي أنت الغالب وأنا المغلوب وهل يرم المغلوب إلا الغالب مولاي يا مولاي أنت الرب وأنا المربوب وهل يرم المربوب إلا الرب مولاي يا مولاي أنت المتكبر وأنا الخاشع وهل يرم الخاشع إلا المتكبر مولاي يا مولاي ارحمني برحمتك وارض عني بجودك وكرمك وفضلك يا ذا الجود والإحسان والتول والامتنان برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم إني أفتتح الثناء بحمدك وأنت مسدد للصواب بمنك وأيقنت أنك أنت أرحم الراحمين في موضع العفو والرحمة وأشد المعاقبين في موضع النكال والنقمة وأعظم المتجبرين في موضع الكبرياء والعظمة. اللهم أذنت لي في دعائك ومسألتك فاسمع يا سميع مدحتي وأجب يا رحيم دعوتي وأغل يا غفور عثرتي. فكم يا إلهي من كربة قد فرجتها وهموم قد كشفتها وعثرة قد أغلتها ورحمة قد نشرتها وحلقة بلاء قد فككتها. الحمد لله الذي لم يتخذ صاحبة ولا ولدا ولم يكن له شريك في الملك ولم يكن له ولي من الظلم وكبره تكبيرا. الحمد لله بجميع محامده كلها على جميع نعمه كلها. الحمد لله الذي لا مضاد له في ملكه ولا منازع له في أمره. الحمد لله الذي لا شريك له في خلقه ولا شبيه له في عظمته. الحمد لله الفاشي في الخلق أمره وحمده، الظاهر بالكرم مجده، الباسط بالجود يده، الذي لا تنقص خزائنه ولا تزيده كثرة العطاء إلا جودا وكرما، إنه هو العزيز الوهاب. اللهم إني أسألك قليلا من كثير مع حاجة بي إليه عظيمة، وغناك عنه قديم، وهو عندي كثير، وهو عليك سهل يسير. اللهم إن عفك عن ذنبي وتجاوزك عن خطيئتي وصفحك عن ظلمي وسترك على قبيح عملي وحلمك عن كثير جرمي، عندما كان من خطئي وعمدي أطمعني في أن أسألك ما لا أستوجبه منك، الذي رزقتني من رحمتك وأريتني من قدرتك وعرفتني من إجابتك، فصرت أدعوك آمنا وأسألك مستأنسا، لا خائفا ولا وجلا، مدلا عليك فيما قصدت فيه إليك. فإن أبت عني عتبت بجهلي عليك، ولعل الذي أبطى عني هو خير لي لعلمك بعاقبة الأمور. فلم أر مولا كريما أصبر على عبد لين منك علي يا رب. إنك تدعوني فأولي عنك، وتتحبب إلي فأتبغض إليك، وتتودد إلي فلا أقبل منك، كأن لي التطول عليك. فلم يمنعك ذلك من الرحمة لي والإحسان إلي والتفضل علي بجودك وكرمك. فارحم عبدك الجاهل وجود عليهم بفضل إحسانك، إنك جواد كريم. الحمد لله مالك الملك مجري الفلك مسخر الرياح فالق الإصباح ديان الدين رب العالمين. الحمد لله على حلمه بعد علمه، والحمد لله على عفه بعد قدرته، والحمد لله على طول أناته في غضبه، وهو قادر على ما يريد. الحمد لله خالق الخلق، باسط الرزق، فالق الإصباح، ذي الجلال والإكرام والفضل والإنعام، الذي بعد فلا يرى وقرب فشهد النجوى، تبارك وتعالى. الحمد لله الذي ليس له منازع يعادله، ولا شبيه يشاكله، ولا ظهير يعاضده. قهر بعزته العزة، وتواضع لعظمته العظمى، فبلغ بقدرته ما يشاء. الحمد لله الذي يجيبني حين أنادي، ويستر على كل عورة وأنا أعصيه، ويعظم النعمة علي فلا أجازي. فكم من موهبة هنية قد أعطى، وعظيمة مخوفة قد كفى، وبهجة مونقة قد أرى، فأثني عليه حامدا وأذكره مسبحا. الحمد لله الذي لا يهتك حجابه، ولا يغلق بابه، ولا يرد سائله، ولا يخيب آمله. الحمد لله الذي يؤمن الخائفين، وينجي الصالحين، ويرفع المستضعفين، ويضع المستكبرين، ويهلك ملوكا، ويستخلف آخرين. والحمد لله قاصم الجبارين، مبير الظالمين، مدرك الهاربين، نكال الظالمين، صريخ المستصرخين، موضع حاجات الطالبين، معتمد المؤمنين. الحمد لله الذي من خشيته ترعد السماء وسكانها، وترجف الأرض وعمارها، وتموج البحار ومن يسبح في غمراته. الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا، وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. الحمد لله الذي يخلق ولم يخلق، ويرزق ولا يرزق، ويطعم ولا يطعم، ويميت الأحياء ويحيي الموتى، وهو حي لا يموت، بيده الخير، وهو على كل شيء قدير. اللهم صل على محمد عبدك ورسولك وأمينك وصفيك وحبيبك وخيرتك من خلقك وحافظ سرك ومبلغ رسالاتك، أفضل وأحسن وأجمل وأكمل وأزكى وأنمى وأطيب وأطهر وأسنى، وأكثر ما صليت وباركت وترحمت وتحننت وسلمت على أحد من عبادك وأنبيائك ورسلك وصفتك وأهل الكرامة عليك من خلقك. اللهم وصل على علي أمير المؤمنين ووصي رسول رب العالمين، عبدك ووليك وأخي رسولك وحجتك على خلقك وآيتك الكبرى والنبأ العظيم. وصل على الصديقة الطاهرة فاطمة الزهراء سيدة نساء العالمين. وصل على سبطي الرحمة وإمامي الهدى الحسن والحسين سيدي شباب أهل الجنة. وصل على أئمة المسلمين علي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي والخلف الهادي المهدي، حججك على عبادك وأمنائك في بلادك صلاة كثيرة دائمة. اللهم وصل على ولي أمرك القائم المؤمل والعدل المنتظر وحفه بملائكتك المقربين وأيده بروح القدس يا رب العالمين. اللهم اجعله الداعي إلى كتابك والقائم بدينك، استخلفه في الأرض كما استخلفت الذين من قبله، مكن له دينه الذي ارتضيته له، أبدله من بعد خوفه أمنا، يعبدك لا يشرك بك شيئا. اللهم أعزه وأعزز به، وانصره وانتصر به، وانصره نصرا عزيزا، وافتح له فتحا يسيرا، واجعل له من لدنك سلطانا نصيرا. اللهم أظهر به دينك وسنة نبيك حتى لا يستخفي بشيء من الحق مخافة أحد من الخلق. اللهم إنا نرغب إليك في دولة كريمة تعز بها الإسلام وأهله، وتذل بها النفاق وأهله، وتجعلنا فيها من الدعاة إلى طاعتك والقادة إلى سبيلك، وترزقنا بها كرامة الدنيا والآخرة. اللهم ما عرفتنا من الحق فحملنا، وما غصرنا عنه فبلغنا. اللهم المم به شعثنا، واشعب به صدعنا، وارتق به فتقنا، وكثر به قلتنا، وأعزز به ذلتنا، وأغن به عائلنا، واغض به عن مغرمنا، واجبر به فقرنا، وسد به خلتنا ويسر به عسرنا وبيض به وجوهنا وفك به أسرنا وأنجح به طلبتنا وأنجز به مواعيدنا واستجب به دعوتنا وأعطنا به سؤلنا وبلغنا به من الدنيا والآخرة آمالنا وأعطنا به فوق رغبتنا يا خير المسؤولين وأوسع المعطين. اشف به صدورنا واذهب به غيظ قلوبنا واهدنا به لما اختلف فيه من الحق بإذنك إنك تهدي من تشاء إلى صراط مستقيم وانصرنا به على عدوك وعدونا إله الحق آمين. اللهم إنا نشكو إليك فقد نبينا صلواتك عليه وآله وغيبة ولينا وكثرة عدونا وقلة عددنا وشدة الفتن بنا وتظاهر الزمان علينا فصل على محمد وآله وعنا على ذلك بفتح منك تعجلون وبضر تكشفون ونصر تعزون وسلطان حق تظهرون ورحمة منك تجللنا وعافية منك تلبسنا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.
يا طيبة يا طيبة يا دوا العيانة اشتقنا لك والهوى نادانا والهوى نادانا. يا طيبة يا طيبة يا دوا العيانة اشتقنا لك والهوى نادانا والهوى نادانا. لما سار المركب ناساني ساروا الدمع ما جفاني أخذوا قلبي مع جناني. يا طيبة يا تيم الولهانا يا تيم الولهانا. يا طيبة يا طيبة يا دوا العيانة اشتقنا لك والهوى نادانا والهوى نادانا. قبلتي بيت الله صابر علاني يوما لك زائر، يا ترى هل تراني ناظر للكعبة وتغمرني بأمانة، تغمرني بأمانة.
يا طيبة
يا طيبة يا طيبة
يا داوى العيانة، اشتقنا والهوى نادانا، والهوى نادانا.
نبينا أغلى أمنياتي أزورك لو مر بحياتي، وبجوارك صلي صلاتي، واذكر ربي واتلو القرآن، واتلو القرآن.
يا طيبة يا طيبة يا داوى العيانة، اشتقنا والهوى نادانا، والهوى نادانا.
بشراكي المدينة بشراكي، بقدوم الهادي يا بشراكي، فهل لي مأوى في حماك أتمنى، فالنور سبان سبان، نوركم سبانا.
يا طيبة
يا طيبة
يا طيبة يا داوى العيانة،
اشتقنا لك
والهوى نادانا، والهوى نادانا.
من رزق وفره الباري. محمد اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين ولعنة الله على أعدائهم إلى قيام يوم الدين رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. This will be our second night together. For most of us, I believe, today will be the second night of fasting that we have completed. And for some, it might have been the third night of fasting. And that is just a reminder for us how quickly the month of Ramadan passes. It is a month. And when you tell somebody who is not a Muslim or who is not used to fasting that Muslims fast from dawn until nightfall every single day for a month, even in the summer months, then they might think that is an almost impossible task. But when the month comes, it passes by before we realize it, and before many of us have really had a chance to collect our thoughts and make sure that we are doing the things that we want to do and that we know that we should be doing. So let's take a moment and take stock and say that in the few days, hours of the month of Ramadan that are behind us, what have we done well? What is it that we need to do more of? You know, some of us may have made a resolution that we are going to do a certain amount of recommended prayers. Some of us, we may have obligatory prayers that we didn't do or we didn't do right at some time in our life, and now we owe that debt to Allah. We have to make it up. And so maybe, for example, I said that every day in the month of Ramadan, I am going to make up one full day, 5 prayers of missed salat, qada prayers. And maybe I'm behind, or maybe I'm ahead. Some of us may have made a resolution to read a juz of Quran so that we complete one recitation of the entire Quran in the month of Ramadan, or maybe more than that. And we should be checking in with ourselves to see, are we on schedule? And if possible, get a little bit ahead. So if you made the intention of reading 1 juz of Quran a day, try to get a little bit of ahead in the beginning, and one of 2 things will happen. If you get busy later on, then you have some cushion to fall back on. And if you're able to get ahead, then who knows, maybe you'll be able to raise your standard and say, I was originally planning on doing 1 juz a day, but I'm ahead and I can actually finish a juz and a half, or maybe 2 juz a day. So if you get ahead right now, it motivates you. You are, on a high note, and that means that you have a cushion if you need it, and you might also be more likely to up your game and do better in the coming days. So it's worthwhile for us to take stock. Inshallah, we will be able to benefit from that review early in the month. If we are a little bit off course, fix our course. And if we are on course, then stay on that path and improve our practice, inshallah. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Yesterday we talked a little bit about the meaning of dhulm and adl in the Quran. And I want to very quickly review what we said, and then I want to raise a very interesting point, a difference in the way dhulm and adl are used in the Quran. And I believe that difference is one of those eloquent and very subtle points of the Quranic usage that reminds us that the Quran is a book of divine revelation and not just a text in the Arabic language that can be compared to a human text. As we said, normally we think of justice and injustice as pertaining to our actions in the external world. Normally, I call somebody just if they are fair to other people, and I call them unjust if they are unfair to other people. That is the external definition. And in Islam, the focus is inward, not because the external world is unimportant. It is important, but because the source of the good that I do to others or the evil that I do to others, it lies within me. And the Quran wants us to look at that source, that origin, so that if we have a sickness, we treat it from the cause. And if we want to be good, then our goodness is not just superficial, but it is deeply rooted within our soul. And so dhulm in the Quran is not just to do with how we treat others, but how we treat ourselves, how we deal with our own soul. Do we give the right of our own existence and our own soul to it, or are we unfair with ourselves? And justice is the same way. Are we fair with ourselves? Now, this part was review. Here is the interesting thing that we find in the Quranic usage. In the Quranic usage, generally, dhulm is used to refer to those who are unfair to themselves. وَلَكِنْ كَانُوا أَنفُسَهُمْ يَظْلِمُونَ. The unbelievers were unjust to themselves. So for injustice to yourself is called dhulm in the Quran. But the opposite of dhulm, which is adl, is not generally used for justice to yourself in the Quran. It is used that way within our Islamic discourse. The example that I gave yesterday is that when we say that a person who is a witness in Islam, or a person who leads the prayer, Salatul Jama'ah in Islam, needs to be of upright character, we call that adil. So in Islam, the word adil is used for that inward justice. But in the Quran, adil is generally used for justice on the external level. For example, وَلَا يَجْرِمَنَّكُمْ شَنَآنُ قَوْمٍ عَلَىٰ أَنْ لَا تَعْدِلُوا. Don't let your hatred for a people lead you to being unfair to them. Let's say that, for example, somebody is prejudiced against Muslims and they speak ill of you and they act with bias and hatred and injustice towards you. That is shana'anu qawm, the hatred of a people, either their hatred for you or your hatred for them. And usually the two go together. Don't let that lead you ala an la ta'dilu, to be unfair to them. So the meaning of ta'dilu here is just in dealing with others. I'dilu huwa aqrabu lit-taqwa. Be fair, be just, that is closer to piety. And again, this is saying that you should be fair to others. So why is there a difference in that usage? You would expect that if the Quran is using adl to refer to external justice, then dhulm should also be referring to external injustice. Or if the Quran is using dhulm to refer to internal injustice, meaning sinfulness, then the opposite of dhulm, adl, should also be used for internal justice, which is to avoid sin. That's what you would expect. But instead we find that the Quran uses the word dhulm commonly to refer to internal injustice, but the word adl to refer to external justice. They're not the same. And that's not by mistake, but there is a very beautiful, a very eloquent lesson in there for us. When we are going off course. The sooner we find out that we are off course, the better. And that is why when the Quran, I don't want to say this is why because we don't understand the full wisdom of the language of the Quran, but perhaps this is one reason why the Quran uses the word dhulm to refer to the inner state. Because the Quran wants us to avoid dhulm. And so it indicates to us what is the origin, the first sign that you are going astray, that first symptom, that first sign that you are off the path. You know, I'm sure all of you are very careful drivers and you've never fallen asleep at the wheel. I'm not going to say I ever have, but if you've noticed on the highway, they sometimes have grooves on the side of the road. And the reason for that is that before, God forbid, you cause an accident, before you go into a ditch or you run into oncoming traffic, you realize that you are leaving your lane, you're departing from your lane. And hopefully, if you've fallen asleep or you've dozed off, you quickly wake up and you can come back. For that to be effective, you need to find out as soon as you are off the path. And that first symptom, that first reality of getting off the path, it shows up within you. It's only later on that we are going to have an external effect of that evil. Sometimes it takes weeks or months before it shows up in our character. Maybe even years. So very eloquently, the Quran focuses on the internal state. That if you are going off the path, let me tell you right away that you are going astray. Before you commit, theft, or you commit another sin in the external world, that inner loss of importance to the spiritual world is what is important. On the other hand, when it comes to adl, the same reality is there. To be good, to be upright, starts from within. But the Quran, it talks about the external. And why is that? When it comes to evil, the sooner you find out that you are going astray, the better, because then you can correct your course. But when it comes to good, you don't want to just focus on the beginning of the path, the source. The more you know the details of the path, the effect of the path, the better you will be able to follow that path. So once again, let me take that driving example. When you're driving, you don't want to just look at the car in front of you. Sometimes, you guys are in Southern California, right? You guys generally don't have a traffic problem there. But, in some places, we have heavy traffic. And what happens when you have heavy traffic is that you get tempted to just look at the car in front of you and tailgate and not be aware of what's going on in that stretch of road ahead of you. And, there might be a slowdown and you don't realize it until the car in front of you slams on their brakes, and then it becomes very dangerous for you. What do you need to do? You need to look further off into the horizon. That is going to make you a safer driver, a better driver, a more aware driver. And so when you have your sight off into the horizon, and of course you do need to look at the car in front of you as well, but the further you can see in the horizon, the more you can prepare. And you can be proactive, you can be a defensive and a safe driver, because you're not just looking at what's going to happen right in front of your nose. So when it comes to the good, the Quran, of course, the origin is from within. But it tells you that you want to show that adl in the external world. And that brings us to not just the source, but the effect. And the way that justice and upright character and piety should show itself in our actual lives. I need to do what is just in my life when I'm talking to you, when I'm buying and selling from you when I'm in a relationship with my community, with my family, with non-Muslims, with my friends, with my enemies, and so on. And so the focus on the inner part for dhulm keeps us from going far astray. The focus on the external part for adl, it reminds us of that far horizon and how much there is for us to be inspired by in the teachings of Islam, in the character of Muhammad wa ali Muhammad alayhi salatu wassalam, so that we achieve the greatest level, the highest degree of justice and uprightness in our character. I hope that that is something that I have been able to convey. And even the word that is chosen in the Quran indicates this. So dhulm refers to darkness. That is about our senses. I can't see, I can't perceive when either my eyes or my insight is in the dark. And adl or ta'adul refers to a balance, an equilibrium. And that is something that exists in the external world. So in summary, Allah has given us a high standard. Let us move now to look at a few of the ahadith. And I will be centering on the ahadith that are narrated by Sheikh Al-Hurr Al-Amili in Wasa'id al-Shi'a. In this book, there is a chapter on jihad, and then the greater detail is jihadun nafs, the struggle against our own low desires. This book, once again, was written about 300 years ago, and so nobody can say that this is a modern change, that to pretend Islam is peaceful, Muslims are talking about jihadun nafs. No, this is one of the authentic books of Islamic hadith and the teachings of Ahlul Bayt. And it is primarily a book that is concerned with rules of Islamic law. Purification of our soul is part of our law. It's part of our practice of Islam. The first hadith is a well-known hadith. It's narrated by Sunni and Shia. Now, from a purely hadith perspective, some Sunnis have questioned the reliability of the hadith because they don't have it in their most authentic sources, but it was narrated by Ghazali, and especially in the Sunni community, people who are of the Sufi persuasion, they often quote this hadith and they consider its meaning to be accurate. From the Shia perspective, we have this hadith narrated from Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salatu wassalam with reliable chains and with multiple chains of narration. And this is that the Prophet sent a military expedition. When they got back, with all the difficulty, he said that what you have done now is the small jihad, al-jihad al-asghar, and what remains for you is the larger jihad, al-jihad al-akbar. Right? So the struggle against your own low desires is the major struggle. Now let's move on to the new ahadith in this topic. There is a very beautiful example given from Imam Ja'far as-Sadiq alayhi salatu wassalam about how it is that you can treat your soul and cure the sickness of your soul. And like many other ahadith, we'll find that there is a parallel drawn between your physical body and your spirit, because those two are not completely separate from each other. Our spirit, our soul, operates through our body. So I need my eyes to see. If I didn't have eyes, or if my eyes were damaged, I might not be able to see. But although I need my eyes, it's not my eyes that are seeing. Although I need my ears to hear, it's not my ears that are hearing. It is I, the soul, that through the body is able to perceive things that it sees and that it hears. And then that soul combines those different perceptions and achieves knowledge of those things that it did not know before. So the soul is in charge of the body, but it depends on the body. So the soul and the body are not separate. And that is why when we want to understand spiritual realities, it often helps for us to draw an example from our physical body. That's why, for example, in the Quran, when the Quran says, فَلْيَنْظُرِ الْإِنسَانُ إِلَىٰ طَعَامِهِ, let a person look at their food. That is a literal statement. You should be aware of what you're eating. If you eat unhealthy food, eventually your body is going to rebel against it. You might get a stomach ache, you might get indigestion, you might, have low energy, you might have other health problems. Your body will object and it will show the harm of an unhealthy physical diet. A person came to the Imam and said, what is the meaning of this verse? And the Imam said that the greatest ta'wil, or the highest meaning of this verse, is to look at your ilm. Where are you getting your ilm and your knowledge? Some of us, when we're hungry, we just grab the first thing that comes to our eyes, or the first thing that we have an impulse for: chips, soft drinks, empty calories, those types of junk food. And others of us, we are more careful about what we put into our bodies, and that benefits us. Knowledge is the same way. When you're bored, when you want to know something, do you care about getting an authentic source from somebody who is knowledgeable, from somebody who is pious, from somebody who knows what they're talking about and is concerned with being right and being answerable to Allah, or not? Or when we want to get knowledge, do I go for what is interesting to me? Do I go for what is most captivating? If my knowledge is something that I get based on impulse, based on interest, but not based on authenticity, then it's like I'm putting junk food in my body. But this time it's junk food for the soul. And just like my body gets sick when it's not eating well, my soul will get sick when it is not eating well. Many people, they are like that. They want, a fun and interesting and an innovative religious message. And if you say that, well, we're going to have a lecture on Quran, they'll say, that's kind of boring. I'm not going to wake up on Saturday morning to attend a tafsir class. It's not really interesting. Now, it is important for us to try to be interesting in our religious programs, try to contemplate new questions, and make our discussions, our programs, as interesting as possible. But our goal is not to entertain. Our goal is to better ourselves, to give healthy food to the soul. And so if I am attracted to what is flashy, but not willing to be patient with what is genuine and what is authentic, that means that I am used to junk food for the soul. فَلْيَنْظُرِ الْإِنسَانُ إِلَىٰ طَعَامِهِ is giving us two messages in the Quran. Be aware of what you eat for your physical body, and عِلْمُهُ عَمَّنْ يَأْخُذُهُ. Be aware of what you eat for your spiritual body. Make sure that you're getting your knowledge from a healthy source, not the McDonald's of spirituality, But, and I don't want to quote a restaurant because I don't know what is a restaurant that has healthy food, home cooked food that is actually wholesome and that is good for you. Right? You want that kind of a healthy meal for your soul. So here in this hadith, Imam Ja'far as-Sadiq alayhi salatu wassalam, he says that you are a physician. Just like you need a physician for your body when you are sick, you need a physician for your soul. But that physician is you. You are in charge of looking for the cure of your soul. And the reason for that is that Allah has given all of us a conscience. And the most important guide to our spiritual well-being is our conscience. We have to unchain our conscience and listen to it. And our conscience, if it is honored by us, if it is listened to by us, if the conscience is honored and listened to, the conscience will guide us to the Prophet. It will guide us to Islam. It will guide us to the other sources of education and guidance that we need to achieve salvation. So, unlike our physical health, we don't need a specialist. For our spiritual health, we need a live and a respected conscience that is able to make good choices that will bring us to the path of salvation. So look at how Imam Ja'far as-Sadiq alayhi salatu wassalam defines that religious role for us. The Imam said, إِنَّكَ قَدْ جُعِلْتَ طَبِيبَ نَفْسِكَ. You have been made your own physician. You are a doctor. And you are a physician who is going to treat yourself. Now, there might be certain kinds of complex religious questions where I need an expert. Even an alim who has studied religion, they may need to refer to somebody who has more experience and more knowledge to answer a specialized question. That is always true. But in general, for our spiritual well-being, we know what is right. The problem we have is not that we don't know what is right. The problem is that we're not willing to learn. We're not willing to follow our conscience. So, إِنَّكَ قَدْ جُعِلْتَ طَبِيبَ نَفْسِكَ. You have been made your own physician. You're your own doctor. وَبُيِّنَ لَكَ الدَّاءُ. The sickness has been given to you. You've already been told what are the symptoms of our spiritual sicknesses. What are the risk factors? We know this. وَعَرَفْتَ or عُرِفْتَ آيَةَ الصِّحَّةِ. You know what is the sign of health. أَلَا بِذِكْرِ اللَّهِ تَطْمَئِنُّ الْقُلُوبُ. You have tranquility in your heart. You are at peace. You are content. You understand what is the sign of health. It's not physical health, it is spiritual contentment and serenity. وَدُلِلْتَ عَلَى الدَّوَاءِ. And you've also been told what is the medicine. You don't need a secret potion. You certainly don't need to listen to President Trump and his ignorant musings about how to cure yourself of a virus. You've been told what is the cure for that spiritual virus. So the Imam is saying that you have the resources that you need. What is the illness? You've been told. What is the sign of health? You've been told. What is the medicine? You've been told. Don't think that you need to find some secret sheikh somewhere who's going to give you a special dua or a special code of practice, and that's going to make you move mountains and make you spiritual. The Imam is saying that you've been given all the information that you need. What's important, فَانْظُرْ كَيْفَ قِيَامُكَ عَلَى نَفْسِكَ. Now look and see how good a doctor are you for yourself. Do you care about your soul? Are you trying to make yourself better? If so, you have the resources that you need. And this ties into the ayah that we spoke about yesterday. وَالَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا فِينَا لَنَهْدِيَنَّهُمْ سُبُلَنَا. If we struggle in the way of Allah, then Allah will guide us to His ways. That is the guarantee and the obligation that Allah has put upon His own shoulders. He will tell us what is the next step. We simply need to فَانْظُرْ كَيْفَ قِيَامُكَ عَلَى نَفْسِكَ. Take a look and see, do you care? Are you going to treat yourself, or are you going to let your soul wither and perish? Let's take a look at another hadith. This hadith is also from Imam Ja'far as-Sadiq alayhi salatu wassalam, and it tells us a little bit about how we should treat the different parts of our existence, the different parts of our being. The Imam says, اجعل قلبك قرينا برا. Your heart, and heart in the ahadith, it refers to what we today call the heart and the mind. So the mind is what we think with, and the heart is what we feel with, our emotions. But even in English, we sometimes combine the two. So, I might say, I feel like this book is bigger than that book. That's not an emotion, it's a thought, right? Measurement is a thought. But we don't always say, I think this is the case. We sometimes say, I feel this is the case. Because those two faculties of our mind, they are very closely related. So qalb in Islam is the seat of our emotion and our thinking, our mind and our heart. The qalb is something qarinan barra. Consider it to be your companion. That's something that is going to be there for you to bring you to salvation. Make it a good companion. So treat your heart gently. Treat it in a way that is respectful. Honor it so that it will be a good companion for you. Sometimes we insult ourselves, we talk ourselves down, we make our own heart, our own mind unhealthy, insecure, on edge. The Imam says, treat your heart like qarinan barra, a good, noble, righteous companion. Wa waladan wasila. This is maybe even more evocative. Treat your heart like a noble and a respectful child, a child who is nice to you. They're going to give back to you. So treat your mind and your heart with grace, with love, with gentleness, so that like a child, like a friend or a companion, it can be of benefit to you. وَاجْعَلْ عِلْمَكَ وَالِدًا تَتَّبِعُهُ. Make your knowledge a parent, a father figure that you follow. A lot of times we know things, but we ignore them. Of course, a lot of people ignore their parents too, and so that's not just a problem of our knowledge, it's a problem of our actual family relationship as well. But assuming that we understand that we should respect our parents, then the Imam's example is that treat your knowledge like that father figure, like that parental figure whom you follow. Give respect to your knowledge. Let it be your source in making decisions. Don't just make decisions on the basis of whim, and don't just make decisions on the basis of feeling. Learn and make decisions on the basis of your learning and on the basis of what is right, on the basis of your intellect and on the basis of your learning. وَاجْعَلْ نَفْسَكَ عَدُوًّا تُجَاهِدُهُ. And then make yourself, the self here is the ego, your passions, your impulses, make that to be your enemy that you struggle against, jihad. So you have a heart, your mind and your emotions, you have to be gentle because you want that to be your friend. You want that to be your child that is going to to be kind to you. وَلَدًا وَاصِلًا. Your knowledge is your guide. Your ego and your passions and your impulses, your low desires, they are an enemy. وَاجْعَلْ مَالَكَ عَارِيَةً تَرُدُّهَا. And consider your possessions to be something that you have borrowed and that you are going to have to give back. It's an ariya, meaning it is a temporary loan. You're going to have to give it back. So don't treat your possessions as if you own them. Don't say it's mine. When I think that what belongs to me is only on loan and it's not really mine, it's easy for me to give in the way of Allah, right? You know, if I have a day off and a friend wants me to help them with something, or the masjid needs me to volunteer for a project, if I think this is my day, then it's really hard for me to motivate myself to sacrifice that day. But if I think that I've been given a life and it's on loan, and at any time Allah might say, I want you to give back that time to me. I want you to give back that life to me. I want you to give back that property or that money to me. Then we'll say, well, it belongs to you. If you're calling on me to use it in this way, it's your property. It's not my property. Psychologically, it's a lot easier for us. So once again, as the Imam says, your heart is your friend and a child. Treat it with kindness so that it can be a good companion. You want to bring your heart in line. This is perhaps related to a hadith of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, where he said to Imam Ali that when you're doing ibadah, do it in a way that makes you want to do more. Don't sit there and force yourself that, no, I'm going to have to sit here for an hour even if you're distracted, because then you're going to start to hate worship. And long term, that's going to be to your detriment. So make your heart, your mind, train it, create an environment, be with friends who are good, so that your emotions, your thinking is also healthy, so that it can be a good friend for you. Be gentle and kind with your heart. Make your knowledge something that you actually give importance to and you follow. Make your ego something that you fight. Generally, we do the opposite. We ignore our knowledge and we follow our ego. And then all of your possessions, realize that they are not yours. Treat them as the property of Allah, and be ready at any time to return them to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All right, we will stop there, inshallah, with that look at jihadun nafs. Inshallah, we will continue over the coming days. And I believe now we have some time for questions. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. There are a number of questions that have come. So let's take a look. Now, I'm going to be selecting the questions that I think are of the most general interest and that are the most related to the topic that we discussed. That doesn't mean that we won't try to get to the other questions. So if your question doesn't get answered first, or your question is one that is not answered in depth, please don't get upset. But we'll try to get to as many questions as possible, starting with those which are the most closely related and the most general questions. The top question is it better to only recite Quran during the month of Ramadan, or contemplate on the meanings of a shorter portion of the Quran, if we have to take the routes? Generally speaking, when there is a question, is it better to do this or is it better to do that? The default answer and the first answer is, if they're both good things, do them both. There's very few times in our life when we have to choose Salat or Quran, Dua or Quran. We do have a hadith, for example, that if you have to choose one, then Dua is best and sometimes even better than recitation of Quran, because مَا يَعْبَأُ بِكُمْ رَبُّكُمْ لَوْلَا دُعَاؤُكُمْ. Allah wouldn't even give any importance to you unless there were dua and prayer. So we do have some ahadith that do indicate a relative priority among different acts of worship. But generally speaking, we can do both. And this hadith that I just quoted, it doesn't mean that I should say dua is better than Quran, so I should do dua and I can skip Quran. Because if you do that, then your dua will not be as refined and as sincere as it should be. So the first answer is try to do both. Don't ever make things black and white and say, well, I'm just going to do the translation of the Quran because I want to understand the meanings. No, the actual Arabic of the Quran is a miracle. These were the exact words that were recited by the Prophet and by each of the Ma'sumin alayhimus salatu wassalam. And it's a miracle the way in which the Quran has been preserved and honored throughout history. So just the words have a blessing. Similarly, of course, the meaning has a blessing. However, if you need to do one, as I said, normally you don't, but if you do, then the meaning is the reason why we read the Quran. But in the month of Ramadan, as we find in hadith, that لَيْسَ شَهْرُ رَمَضَانَ كَسَائِرِ الشُّهُورِ. The month of Ramadan is special. So try to do as much as you can, but always try to keep in touch with the meaning of the Quran and prioritize understanding over just recitation. Second question, how is adl in the external world focusing on the horizon in the driving analogy? Wouldn't looking internally at your flaws also fulfill that analogy? Yes, yes. So they're both related. Every time you do an injustice to somebody in the external world, that is an injustice to yourself. It's just a matter of perspective. Every time you do justice in the external world, you are also doing good to yourself, right? Your kindness or your evil is only going to benefit or harm your own self. However, when you look at the external world, then you are looking at the effects, the manifestations of justice. And at least in the Quran, we find that in the case of adl, justice, that effect is also discussed. So that perspective, it's not that there's two separate things. Right? We're not saying that there is a dhulm in the external world and there is a dhulm in the internal soul, and those are two different things. And there is an adl in the external world and there is an adl within you, and those are two different things. They're the same thing. Because when you're good to others, that is bringing you salvation. When you are sinful to yourself, that will show up in the external world as well. Same thing, when you do good to others, you're doing good to yourself. And when you do good to yourself, that will show up in the external world. But when the Quran focuses on the manifestations and on the effects, it's reminding us of how much the reality of that justice, that uprightness, should show itself in every moment of our day. You know, you can sometimes see people who are pious, they pray, they fast, they always give their khums, but they're not generous people. They're not friendly people. You might be a little bit scared of them. They're religious in the sense of praying and fasting, but they don't realize that part of being religious is to be kind, to be approachable, to be generous. Does that make sense? Now, the reality is that both of them are the same thing and they're both part of adl. But when the Quran draws attention to the external part, It shows us the horizon. It shows us that when you care about Allah, you care about being right, then in addition to doing what is important for your internal soul, you also have to show that in how you treat other people. So it broadens our horizon. I hope that is clear. If it's not, then you can certainly ask another question and I can try to explain it a little bit better. Can you please give an example of not treating your heart with respect? So there is a teaching in Islam that you should always consider yourself negligent, meaning that even when you do a good deed, you should say that I didn't do it as good as I should. You should always feel humble. You should always feel in debt to Allah. Even when you do good, you should say that Allah, it was your grace that taught me what is good, that gave me the strength to do what is good, that gave me the inspiration to do what is good. I haven't done you a favor, you have done me a favor. So that is what it means to treat your heart with humility. Respect, though, is that you should be delicately trying to increase the stamina of your heart. Let me give a few examples. In numerous ahadith from Imam Ali, and I believe there's a similar hadith, if I'm not mistaken, from Imam Kadhim, it's a similar hadith that al-mu'minu yahtaju ila thalath sa'at. Every believer needs 3 hours in their day. An hour yarummu biha ma'asha, for them to take care of their worldly affairs. An hour yunaji fiha rabbah, to speak to Allah in worship. وَسَاءَ يُخَلِّ بَيْنَ نَفْسِهَا وَلَذَّتِهَا فِيمَا يَحِلُّ وَيَجْمُلُ. And you need an hour to do what your soul wants, leisure. فِيمَا يَحِلُّ وَيَجْمُلُ. Of course, that hobby, that leisure should be something halal and something honorable. It should be a respectable and an honorable hobby. But find a hobby that you enjoy and give your soul some space, some breathing room, some relaxation. That's one example that we find in hadith. The other example is the hadith that I quoted earlier, which is don't force yourself to do ibadah and then, it backfires and you can't motivate yourself again. If you start reading Dua Kumail and halfway through you say, you know what, my heart's not there, put it down. Go do something else. If you come back to it, you come back to it. But don't force yourself to do more than you're able. That's being cruel, and that's not respecting the current state of your heart. So, of course, that doesn't mean that you don't do what is wajib. It doesn't mean you don't do what is recommended. And it doesn't mean you don't try to gradually build your capacity to do more and more. But do so in a loving way, in a gentle way, and that is how you respect your heart. It's not about happiness and and making yourself arrogant, but it is about being gentle with your heart. Some people believe in separation of religion and politics. Was Imam Ali in favor of this? No, Imam Ali could never be in favor of this, but not because religion and politics are to be mixed. Islam is not really a religion. Right? Religion, by the very name, implies that it is something individual and something that is a compartment of our life. Deen means that we are oriented towards God. We are oriented towards truth. We submit to what is right. If you believe 2 + 2 is 2, 2 + 2 is 4, hopefully you don't believe 2 + 2 is 2. If you believe 2 + 2 is 4, that's deen, because that is true. If you believe in gravity, that is deen, because God created gravity. Shaitan didn't create gravity. That is a law of God, and it operates according to the will of God. That's why Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq alayhi salam in a hadith says that the beginning of shirk and kufr and unbelief is for you to see a pebble and call it the pit of a date. The date fruit, it has a pit. It's very similar in size and shape to a pebble. But if you call a pebble the pit of a date, or the pit of a date a pebble, that is unbelief. Why? Because you're denying truth. It's not a big deal. Normally we consider them both to be junk. We throw them into the trash can without realizing it if we see a pebble in the house or we see a date pit in the house. But if something is wrong and you consider it to be right, that is the border of unbelief. So if religion is truth, how can religion be separate from politics? Not because we have a state religion and we impose our beliefs on everybody, no. But because in politics you have to do what is right. You have to do what is fair. That's what Islam is, to submit to what is right. That's what deen is, to orient yourself to the will of God. So that's why the question is a little dangerous, because when we say religion and politics, we're implying that those are two valid categories. When in Islam, all we have is truth and submitting to the truth. And submitting to the truth means doing what is right. Believing in math, believing in gravity, believing in the obligation to fast. All of those are equally part of deen. If you feel that your question has not been answered, please do feel free to ask a follow-up question. How did Imam Ali oppose the idea of conquering lands at the time? Imam Ali, he didn't actively oppose it. We do actually have a hadith that he gave the second caliph advice on how to successfully carry out a military campaign, and he saved the caliph from making a very bad decision that might have led to the defeat of the Muslim armies. So it's not that the Imam opposed the Muslim lands, the policy of conquest. The Imam had a different focus. The focus of the Imam was on justice, not on conquest. And the evidence we see is that during the time of the Imam's caliphate, for between 4 and 5 years, under 5 years, people told him, why don't you compromise on principle? Don't make a big deal about Muawiyah. Make your government strong. People gave the Imam advice to kind of do a little bit of what the previous governments would do, and you would conquer new territory and money would come in, and then you can solve problems. And the Imam said, no, my priority is justice. I'm not going to compromise with Muawiyah because Muawiyah is evil. So what Imam Ali opposed is the focus on conquest, on politics, over morality and spirituality. Of course, for the Muslim society to be safe, the Muslim army also needed to be protected. The Muslim army needed to be protected from some of the disastrous decisions that the government was about to take. And so the Imam did give advice to those governments. But he didn't focus on the conquests. He focused on building a healthy Islamic society. So the difference was a difference of focus and priority. For the Imam, politics was a means to serve religion. And for the opponents of the Imam, religion was a means to serve political ends. I believe that we are now out of time. I hope that the questions that we did get a chance to look at were answered sufficiently. If not, please do feel free to ask a follow-up. And we will meet again tomorrow. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
إلهي عظم البلاء وبرح الخفاء وانكشف الغطاء وانقطع الرجاء وضاقت الأرض ومنعت السماء وأنت المستعان وإليك المشتكى وعليك المعول في الشدة والرخاء. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد أولي الأمر الذين فرضت علينا طاعتهم وعرفتنا بذلك منزلتهم، ففرج عنا بحقه فرجا عاجلا قريبا كلمح البصر أو هو أقرب. يا محمد يا علي يا علي يا محمد اكفياني فإنكما كافيان وانصراني فإنكما ناصران. يا مولانا يا صاحب الزمان الغوث 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 أدركني 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 الساعة 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 العجاب العجاب العجاب. يا أرحم الراحمين بحق محمد وآله الطاهرين.